Hey, it's the weekend, and you know what that means here. It means that it is Classic Tabletop RPG Friday. We're gonna get back into our Classic Traveler RPG series with ship design. And if this is your first time coming to the channel, then welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Servant of Shiloh, and this is RPG Elite. This is a place where I put the RP back in the RPG. That's my focus. That's when I'm in it, y'all. I'm in the zone when I do that. And how I do that is by giving you tools, tips, tutorials, and real talk about the tabletop RPG space and culture. Today we're gonna get more hands-on as you guys follow along with me as I make my own custom starship in Classic Traveler. But before we get into that, I got a product highlight video, just a little short one, and then after that, we're gonna get into it. And on the other side, I got the question of the vid. So let's roll them. Yeah, you know it's happened, right? You're rolling the dice and all of a sudden, up, there it goes, off of the edge of the table. Or you got all of your minis set up on the table and you roll your dice and up, there it goes. Topples one, maybe even another. Start bowling with dice a little bit with the minis, right? We've all had it happen. Well, you don't have to have that happen anymore because now you can go and grab yourself a Shyvia dice tray. The Shyvia dice tray is a tool for your live sessions to keep your dice under control. Rein them in there, Tex. They are easy to fold, the 6 corners snapping together to form a hexagonal throw area. The inside is made of a soft velvet leathery surface, and this prevents metal dice from scratching it, unlike other dice trays. It comes in 4 colors, black, red, blue, and brown, which oddly enough, they call camel yellow? Yeah, I don't get it. The throwing surface is 9.5 inches by 7.1 inches, and it is 1.6 inches deep, so that is plenty of room to corral your dice, or you can use it as a temporary storage area for other things while you're at the table. Minis, pens, tokens, markers, whatever. And you don't just have to use it for tabletop RPGs. You can use it for any board game. Yahtzee, anyone? This is an all-purpose tool you can keep forever at an affordable price point. So go grab your Shyvia dice tray today. A link is down in the description below. And of course, you will thank me later.
As I mentioned in the previous video, this part of the series is meant to take you through the ship design process by example. So today, we will begin by designing my 150-ton custom classic vessel, the Phineas Javelin. I mentioned in the previous video that the designer of the ship will be the player themselves, though you can make up a name for the design company at a specific starport for future reference. For the Phineas, I'll say it will be designed at the Akron starport. We'll make it simple and call it Akron Starship Designs. We'll also assume that the world has a high enough tech level for certain things which will come into play later on. The time it will take to build the ship is determined by consulting the standard hulls table. The time to construct this is exactly between a 100-ton and 200-ton hull, coming in at 150 tons. If you are using a custom tonnage, as I am in this case, you find where it lands on the table and you use the highest one it falls between. In my case, since the Phineas is over 100 tons, we have to go to the next highest tonnage of 200 and use that time frame. So it will take 11 months to build the ship. The rest of the details we can ignore because the ship is custom built and we have to take it piece by piece. We won't be able to figure out the full cost and the down payment needed until we finish designing the ship. We'll assume for the purposes of this video that proper financing is available through the Akron Interstellar Bank and Trust. Yeah, I just made that up. Next, we'll look at the cost and at the specific components of the ship. To simplify, the hull is the skeleton or the frame of the ship where everything will fit. This is the hull of the Phineas Javelin. I know, it looks dope. Inside will be all of the compartments where the other rooms will be fitted. The cost for a standard hull is predetermined. For a custom hull, it's a different story. A custom hull is 0.1 megacredit per ton, or 100,000 credits. That, folks, for the Phineas Javelin means it's going to cost 15 megacredits. Ouch! Yep, it is expensive, and you have to keep in mind, this is just for the hull. Different size hulls require different power plants and jump drives. The engineering section is where the jump drives, the power plant, and the maneuver drives are installed, and this is why engineering is such a highly prized skill and profession. To determine the drives needed, we need to consult the drives and power plants table. For the Phineas, I've decided to equip her with all 3 drives, though that's not necessary. I could have just had one jump drive or one maneuver drive and a power plant. To be safe, I want all B drive. Now, I could have mixed and matched that. Have a jump drive at A and a maneuver drive at A and a power plant at B and mix it up like that. But I want them all at B. This is especially important for the power plant drive, which has to equal or exceed the higher of the other 2 drives in letter. So in this case, I couldn't have a C jump drive with a B power plant. It would have to be at least a C power plant. I want the Phineas to have a jump 2 drive, which will allow him to go 2 hexes on a subsector map. Yes, I call my ship he because the name is Phineas. I need to check to see what drives will perform in a 150-ton hull on the drive potential table. Let's take a look at that. Using this table, I need to find the tonnage of the Phineas on the left-hand column. There is no 150-ton hull. Since it is higher than the lowest 100-ton hull, it is treated as the next highest, which is a 200-ton hull, for drive potential purposes. At the top of the table is the drive letter. Find where it intersects to see what capability the drive will have. So in this case, it intersects at 2, and that means it can have a jump and maneuver capability at that level, which is what I want. The total tonnage of the drives equals 25. So this is subtracted from the 150-ton total, which means that for the rest of the areas, I have 125 tons to allocate. It's important to keep track of how many tons you have left, since each section takes up a certain amount of tonnage. This can be done on a separate sheet of paper or on the Starship Detail Manifest, which is called the TAS form.
So we're just getting into the basics here, and as we go, we're going to continue to design this custom ship. We're also going to be using Chronos Builder and taking a look at that as we do the deck plans for it. We're actually going to do the deck plans directly in Chronos Builder. Really looking forward to that, especially with the new update that they had, which I just did a video on. Update 1.4.1, which is their best yet. I'm really excited about those guys and what they're doing. All right, well, if you got any value out of this video at all, then can you do a brother a solid? Can you just crush the like button? Also, if you want to stick around for a while and you enjoyed the video at all, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you want to stick around even longer than that, really like what's going on, then you go ahead and join the Elite Squad. It is the first link down in the description below. Let's talk about the question of the vid. Have you ever made a starship in any tabletop RPG? And if you have, tell me your experiences. Or if you have not, tell me why you have not made a starship. Maybe you didn't get the opportunity. Maybe it was because it was too long of a process. Just kind of like, you know, Traveler is a little bit involved. I still like it though. That is just me, but I still like it. And it really is not that long because I'm a little bit ahead, of course, and it really is not that long. It takes a second to get acclimated, but it actually is not that long and not that hard. But what about you? Have you made a Starship? Tell us about your Starship or why you haven't made a Starship. Let me know down in the comments below. Love to hear from you guys. Now me, I gotta get out of here. So, time to do my snaggle puss.
So exit, stage left.
It's the weekend. Y'all know what's up. It's my weekend for One Ring. What? Oh yeah, tomorrow we got the One Ring going on for this weekend. And if you've got a game this weekend, then happy gaming. I hope it is an RPG Elite session. Know what I mean? So, until next time, y'all, God willing, check the vids right over here. And me, I got to say, peace, 5,000 leets. Oh, let's do the old one. There's one I haven't done for a while, y'all. You know what it is? Peace and hair grease.